guys, quickly, talk about the issue of agenda. Edo agenda is there. Esan agenda is there. Aframa agenda is there. Akoko Edo agenda is there. Owan agenda is there. Maybe Banker agenda is there. Or even the Hausa agenda is there. These are all agendas. But people have spoken on this issue, and the consensus of opinion seems to be gravitating towards the fact that we need to provide a system where there is equity, there is fairness, there is justice, there is balance. That is also against the background of the way the Nigerian society is structured. I mean, at the federal level, before the present administration came on board, that became a raging issue. We've had 8 years in the north, power must come to the south. And whether anybody liked it, eventually is in the south. And today, there are other issues surrounding Mr. President about his Chicago University certificate. That's already a serious contestation in the U.S. court. Nigerians just have a way of influencing the world. All of these kind of things we see here in Nigerian courts is now resurfacing in the U.S. court relating to Nigeria. Quite an interesting story. Well, let me get your take on this, Chris.
What we call equity, Nigeria is configured in a very special way.
Okay.
The unit states, kingdoms or states that existed, traditional African states that existed, that came together as a conglomerate or conglomeration we call Nigeria, were all independent. And they had their territorial boundaries to protect. They had their systems of government. They had their systems of administration. So to bring all of these people together, you were not bringing conquered territories. You were not bringing vassal states. It was almost like a tacit agreement that kingdoms should come together. Even though it was Lord Lugard that amalgamated the southern part of it and the northern part of it in 1914. So if you are dealing with such multi-ethnic people that have that sense of pride and attachment to their, their historical roots, you must put equity at the middle if you are going to achieve anything. Okay. That is why the framers of our constitution put there the federal character and whatever it is that will promote.
System.
Yes, that will promote, and where everybody, every interest in the component state will find itself as being carried along.
Okay.
Now, Edo State had prided itself. In fact, that was our greatest pride. When it was Bende, that unity was there. By the time we now divided into Delta and Edo, it became Edo. That we were one of the most united states, in Nigeria. And the reason is that we respect the tripod.
Okay.
It is standing on the tripod. The moment you disrespect a tripod, or you think you can trample the tripod, by whatever means you do that, you are going to have crisis. Now, when the crisis is brewing, you are not able to measure how far it's going to go. You will think it's just a matter of convenience and expediency, and then you will do it, and you think you are going to get away with it. But it will brew up to become an eternal problem. One of the problems we have in Nigeria, why are we talking north and south when we are voting, is because the configuration was distorted during the military terror.
Okay.
Where you have one section of the country ruling, and so it has led to distrust in the Nigerian state, so that if you don't have your person there in the Nigerian state, you think you are not represented.
Okay.
So we don't want to replicate that in Edo State.
Okay. I
am unapologetic about that. I am from Edo North, as bona fide as he, and I am saying that Edo North is not expecting the governorship. I said it the last time I'm here.
Okay.
Edo North politics, we are involved in, we are not expecting the governorship. There is at Edo Central, Chief Lucky Nusakare Igbenejon did 8 years, and then it went to Edo North. Oshomole is still reverberating in his in Edo State, whichever way, whether politically or by whatever, it's still resonating, it's still reverberating. So Edo North still feels that they have enjoyed the governorship, and we are still basking on that.
All right.
Now, Edo Central had it only during the Osumbo, which lasted, you know the story, for just a year or a year 6 months. Now, Edo Central has to get it. It is necessary, it is important, it's essential to our unity that it goes to Edo Central. Now, there are competent people in every central district in Edo State. So, question of saying, are we going to find competence there is there. And we have to have that tacit understanding. We are not saying that as an individual, if you want to run, you are on your own. Yes, but political parties who do not frame their agenda for 2024 in this direction, we lose the election.
All right, let me proceed there. Are we seeing a semblance of godfatherism resurfacing in the build up to 2024. Even as we look at we're looking at the 3 territorial districts on where we think the next governor should come forth. Why are we not taking it to the people? Why does it seem like we're trying to impose our will on the people? Quickly.
It's not about imposition of will. If it was imposition of will, when Oshomole was living as governor, he would have been thinking of bringing in somebody from his own senatorial district, because at that time he had strong will. And it is only unfair. It's only unfair. And you see those who are attempting to distort this like I said, the tripod, senatorial geographical spread to give a sense of belonging. You see, they are only trying to cover the sun with their palm, and you can see how they are finding the heat unbearable. You will see those who will be worse hit in this dispensation leading to 2024 are those who are trying to distort this seemingly smooth movement towards this geographical spread. They must meet with natural law. They must meet with that overbearing heat on them. We are already seeing victims of all these persons who have shown greed, who have shown, like I say, inordinate ambition. They will meet with their water. It's a very simple issue. The point I'm trying to make is that we are all part of the state. Don't create the impression that we are second fiddle. Don't create the impression that we are non-issue. I've had a couple of persons says, how many are they in Edo Central? It doesn't make sense to me. When it's time to give support to move the state forward, we are relevant. But when it's time for us to have a taste of leadership as we require in any sane society, it's a problem. You saw the agitations during the last election. People were arguing, how can we have a Buhari for 8 years? And another person from the north
is aspiring for
it. These are some of the challenges some persons confront themselves with. I think what is fair, it is only fair, it's only morally right, but not legally now, because our law did not say it must move from one place to another. But it has been a convention, which an unwritten and it has become an unwritten law, which we have agreed to over time. It's only fair that we have that sense of belonging.
Let me take this call. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name? Tell us your name and where you're calling from, and go ahead. Thank you for your patience. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Abuja.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I don't know whether you always say they should give youth chance. I can say the deputy governor Shaibu is a youth, and I would have said, let us say, let's appreciate Olobasaki. He gives this young man everything. He gives some things that we're not supposed to. He pushed this man to front so that he should learn very well that this young man betrayed governor. And in fact, he betrayed when he wanted to come as a governor. That is not how things are all. Even though you want to contest election, you have to come close to your governor. Okay? See, I want to come. I will go to do. You want to? So finger out. There's no good. We youth, every day we say they should give us chance. Every day we say we should go. Look at what the Shaibu is now.
But he has apologized. He has apologized. I'm sure that should end everything. He has apologized.
That apology never
Okay, thank you for your contribution. Our studio line is 080-7777-0300. Please dial that number. Let's quickly have your views before we call it a wrap on the program. Hello, caller. Good morning. Welcome to Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. Where are you calling us from? Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I think seeing the situation going around between the deputy governor and the governor,
Okay.
First of all, the state needs this, and we need the things to work out well for the state. So I think everybody should keep their sword and work together for the betterment of Edo lives.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Dr. Akalame, yes, quickly, we talked about the issue of the tripod. I think I need to get your perspective on that.
You see, Digo Kosu,
yes.
The brain of our problem has been on ethnicity, religion, whatever you call it. You see, I think on my own, the way I look at things is that we need the best hand to manage the resources of this state.
Okay.
It's not about let it come from north, let it come from central, let it come from south. Now let me say it. I want us to tell ourselves the truth. Now, you say it's the turn of the Edo Central, is it not? As we speak right now, all the major stakeholders in that region, their posters are outside. They want to contest the election. So who will not say? So will not because
that's their decision.
No.
It's not about you.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you something. No. You see, so what I'm saying is this: if in an election, if a candidate come from Edo North, and that candidate come from Edo Central, we have about 80 political parties in the state. So in a debate or in a campaign, you listen to all the candidates. It's not about ethnicity. It's from a donor, from a donor. It doesn't matter. Let the best lead the state.
This call. Hello, caller. Good morning. Good morning, caller. What's your name? Yes, good morning. What's your name?
I'm Philip. I'm calling from Benin.
Go ahead, Philip.
Okay, I just want to comment on the issue between the governor and his deputy. I think the deputy has every right to say he wants to contest for an election.
Okay.
The governor is thirsty for what he's doing. If the governor says if the deputy governor says he wants to contest, the deputy supported Obaseki during his governor's campaign. He led to Shimona, who was his political godfather. He led him and speak to Obaseki. Now that you want to contest, I don't see any reason why the governor should take it as another thing, or giving him any punishment because he has the intention to run for the governor.
Okay.
I think what the governor is doing is very, very selfish of him. So
Okay.
I want them to resolve the issue and work together as a team the way they have been working before. But let the governor lead him and lead the people to decide who they will elect as.
Okay, that's the much we have because our time is up on the show. I want to say big thanks to Chris and Pastor Viawi and Dr. Akalame. Thank you, guys. Back to the issue. His Excellency Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu, Edo State Deputy Governor, has apologized to the Governor, His Excellency Godwin Norigase Obaseki. The Governor should look into that critically and, of course, forgive him. He's a young man, as it were, and he has such a huge political future ahead of him, so they can work together and move the country forward. Well, for equity, fairness, justice to prevail in Edo State, as many analysts have, advanced, just like some of them here on the program, are saying is the turn of Edo Central. Even if Edo Central decides to bring forth 100 aspirants, governorship aspirants, that's their business. It's also a reflection of the avalanche of knowledge and people that are skillful, people that have the capacity to lead Edo State post 2023, as it were. Let it be their decision to make on who they want. If it's the governorship, the governor's candidate, well, the choice is theirs. So that at the end of the day, we can have a situation wherein we have a sense of belonging to all the regions and all the districts and all the people, tribes, ethnic division, as far as Edo State is concerned. That's our takeout on the show today. Want to say big thanks to you for staying with us. Do have a great weekend. Bye for now.